Hi, welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. I'm Liz Mathew, the regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Thanks for tuning in. So today's topic is basically in regards to postgraduate work permit. We have been receiving people calling us in regards to their PGWP being refused and what to be done next. So this is what we will be addressing in this video. What is PGWP? Basically stands for Post-Graduation Work Permit, and it is a work permit that students who studied in Canada for 1 year or above course, they do receive work permit based on their study situation. A change has been introduced to the work permit where a language requirement has to be there. So someone who studied in a college, they need to achieve a CLB5 in each of their modules, or someone who studied in a university, they do need to have a CLB7 in each module. The English language test that is accepted is the IELTS General, the PTE Core, or CELPIP General. These are the three language tests that are accepted by IRCC for the postgraduate work permit application. So the refusals that have been coming by is mainly the language tests are not being included in the application. So that is the main reason, as it is an essential component for the work permit. Basically, to apply for postgraduate work permit, there is a timeline. So from the time you completed your studies, you have 180 days within that time to apply for your postgraduate work permit, and during that time your study permit need to be valid. These are the components that IRCC look at to make sure if an individual is eligible for PGWP and are they meeting the criteria. As refusals are coming in past 180 days, they have submitted the initial application as per the guideline where study permit is valid and within 180 days of study completion. But by the time they receive a decision, a refusal decision, it's crossed to 180 days, and students are panicking on what to be done, as it's a very crucial component, as most of them, they have done 2-year course, so they do receive a 3-year work permit, and that's what they have been aiming for, and which eventually they would want to get their permanent residence through their work permit situation. But hearing that refusal decision crashes their dreams. So this is what has been happening. And so what can be done about it if a refusal like this has been received? Mainly, the first thing that you should go after is to submit a reconsideration. So reconsideration is basically a web form that you would raise to IRCC, stating with an explanation letter saying why this application needs to be reconsidered, along with the language test that has been written prior to the PGWP application submission and why this need to be reconsidered. Along with this reconsideration application, you can submit a fresh application, as you have a 90-day restoration period during this time. What this 90-day restoration basically does is you will have to submit a new application to IRCC. It's a new work permit application, and you will also need to restore your study permit, as a study permit needs to be valid in order for you to get your postgraduate work permit. So restoring your study permit as well as submitting a new fresh work permit application along with your language test. This is also a solution to it. But since it's crossed 180 days, it's the discretion of the officer if they do want to give you your postgraduate work permit. But an explanation letter does help in receiving a positive response. But the officer really needs to be convinced that it was genuinely forgotten and it was not an intentional mistake that was done. So that's what IRCC looks at, and there are chances that you could get it, but it's, as I said, in the end of the day, is the discretion of the officer if they do want to give you that postgraduate work permit. But it is to be noted, while you do submit a restoration application, you are not allowed to work. As soon as you receive the refusal decision from IRCC, you got to stop working right away and not continue working until a decision on the restoration application has been received. And the other option is to submit a judicial review in case your restoration application is also not accepted by IRCC. You can go ahead and submit a judicial review through an immigration lawyer. Judicial review is a longer process, and you never know when you will be able to receive that decision. This is also another solution that can be done. So if this video has been helpful, write a comment in the comment box and let us know what is your suggestion and what type of videos you'd like to see. Thank you all for watching us, and see you all in the next video.